Hey, what's going on? It's Jim. Welcome to Your Internet Lifestyle. Thanks for joining me. And today I wanted to show you how I make thumbnails for my YouTube videos for free. So let's get right into it because I think you're going to get something good out of this. And this is going to be part one of a two-part series because I've recently started using a different software to make thumbnails for my videos that I like, and it's got some cool features which you may or may not need, but certainly I did just fine making the free ones like I'm going to show you here. But I will in part two show you the other software that I use. So let's dig in. It's super important to have a good thumbnail for your video, and here's why: because you get a lot of traffic based on what it looks like, right? So with Facebook and other social media, and YouTube is part of that the way that people sort of see your video or your ad or whatever, your post on social media, if that's where it's at, is by number one, kind of showing up in the search results, and then sometimes number two, it's just because you're, especially like in YouTube, you may be a related video, like somebody found a video about a product or something like that, and then down the right hand side on the screen YouTube lists related videos. The number one thing though that YouTube has found, and social media, like on Facebook and stuff like that they found, is that what makes people click is the image, right? So like if you're doing advertising at all on social media or YouTube, like testing your thumbnail is like kind of the number one thing that you want to start with if you're testing or like split testing to see what's getting the best click-through rates and stuff like that. And so your thumbnail for your videos is super important, and it's a big deal, and you don't want to sort of skip over that. It's actually probably one of the most important things you can do. So so I have been, so we're just looking at a couple of thumbnails on my website here that are from previous videos that I've created. And since I create blog posts for a lot of my content as well, then I use the same image from my YouTube video thumbnail for the blog post. So I just, I kind of reuse them, right? Get as much use out of them as possible, just to save time and stuff. And so we're going to look at how I create some of these and the tool that I use to do that. All right, so let's bounce over to a site called Canva. So Canva.com, Canva.com, and this is where I've been going to create images forever. This thing has been around for years. You've probably heard of it. So if you have never used it to make your video thumbnails, then you should be, right? And it's super easy to do. You just kind of go in here to templates, and you can kind of look through their existing templates, but you can also just kind of type in, YouTube or whatever. Right, and these are already pre-sized and ready for you to start using. All you have to do is edit them and like kind of put your image in there and your text, right? So super easy. And honestly, I think Canva even has, like, if you just pay $10 a month, you can get like access to all their images. Their business model, the freemium model, if you're in the free version, then basically if you want some of the better looking images, or you want some of the cool little things that you can add to the little icons and elements and stuff to add to the thumbnails, then you have to either pay $1 to get them, or pay the $9.99 a month and get access to all that stuff. But for the free version, you can pretty much do what you need to do and not ever have to pay anything. So once you've got a template, then you just kind of click on it, and that's just going to open it into the editor window where you can just kind of change out everything. So I'm going to go here to My Designs, right, and we can kind of look at some of the ones you just saw on the previous screens. And let's use this one. So this is what you do, like after you've made one or two that you're okay with, then you can just make a copy of those and then just edit the copy, right? So I'm just clicking on those three dots. You just click make a copy. This is after you've sort of made some templates, but then you just click on it. Thumbnail 1280 by 720. The size is all good. And then you can just go right in and start editing. Now, you can see there's other templates over here. So like if I want to, kind of change things, it's not too late. Like once you've got a template, you can always change it later. There's no problem there. And then basically, like I've just got an image of myself where I got rid of the background, made like a transparent background. Some people do that, some people don't. You don't have to. But you can kind of see, like I'm just clicking and dragging here, and like I've just got some shapes, and then you've got like a background, and you can change the color and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and just kind of walk through the process of making one of these thumbnails so that you kind of get a sense for how I do it. So I'm going to delete my logo off of there, right? And then you've got all this stuff down the left side here, like all the cool stuff you can add to your thumbnail or your image. And you can use Canva for making all kinds of stuff. So it doesn't have to just be YouTube thumbnails. So let's drag this up here, and then what we can do is, like if I hit Control A to select, or if you're on a Mac, hit Command A to select everything. And then we're going to make a thumbnail for Rapid Profix Pro. Okay, new product that I'm promoting, or just getting my videos around for. So let's highlight all that again, and we can change the font. So there's like a million fonts, right? So we can kind of play around with those. This is a good one. I kind of like this one personally. All right, so I'm going to highlight it again, and I'm just going to make it like size 80, right? Because it's got to be, it's got to be big enough that people can see it, right? We can kind of drag things around, resize it so it's all up above. Okay, I kind of like that. And then what we'll do is we can just duplicate this, right? So then we can kind of do our own. Select everything, preview, plus bonus, okay? And now in this one, I'm just going to change the spacing, the line height here, so those things are a little closer together, right? Here's another cool trick that you can do, kind of, once you've got everything settled on where you want to put it in the image and stuff like that, then what you can do is just take this guy and like duplicate it, right? And then just use your arrow keys and kind of move it around a little bit so it's pretty close to the other one, and then you can make it like a different font color, right? So if we change the color on that one to something like that, then you can kind of give it like a shadow effect or something like that. I'm not sure I'm going to keep this sizing here, so because what I also want to do, what I like to do is put the product image on here. So what I do to get the product images, you either have to have like a, hit your print screen button on your computer to take a picture of the screen, and then just use some photo editing software. So like I'm on a PC right now, I use paint.net. I use this forever. And I really like it, but you can basically take a screenshot of something. Okay, so if I go over here to Rapid Profix Pro, I could do a print screen, and then I can go over here and just paste that, right? And then clip it, right? Trim it down, crop, whatever, just kind of get my screen capture thing there. And then like you can, if you need to remove the background, you can do that. Just kind of hit the delete key or whatever. With the little magic magic wand key. The other thing that's even easier to do is, this doesn't always work, so I wanted to show you that. But the thing that I also like to do is just right-click on the image and say Save Image As, right? And then you can just put it on your hard drive, right? So this one happens to already be like a PNG background and all good for what we need. So that's perfect. So what you can do then is just upload that to Canva, right? And so I already did that. It's in my uploads. This is where my own personal images and stuff as well. Lots of stuff in here. Okay, so now we can just upload this guy and squeeze him in someplace here. So maybe what we want to do is just kind of shrink down the size on this review and bonus thing, right, for now. Okay, and then we'll kind of shrink down this image a little bit, right? Because don't forget, you're going to have like the text of your YouTube, like the name of your YouTube video is going to be right under it once you post it on YouTube. So, what I'm doing here is kind of, I want to get some words on here. Mostly what I want to have though is like the big title, and then kind of, something that, tells them what it is. And then I just definitely like to have the logo of whatever it is I'm promoting, if I'm promoting something, to show on there, right? And so with that PNG background, that makes it, so it's transparent. You can put it over the top of whatever. And now we can just decide, like, okay, is this the right color scheme for this? I like to be as congruent with the product as I can in terms of making the product, making the thumbnail color scheme. So, maybe we want to make this like a darker background, right? So what we can do is just hit the plus key and kind of go over here into this dark blue area. Mess around with it. Ooh, that looks like it could be pretty good. Although it makes it kind of hard to see the logo thing. So maybe we do something like that. Yeah, so you can just kind of play around with it. It doesn't really matter, right? So then once you're happy with it, that's it, right? So like, I added my own personal image here just the same way that I did with the logo from the product. So that's it, guys. That's how you do it. And once you're ready to go, just click the old download button and then just change it to JPEG, right? Because I don't think YouTube will work with PNG files. Plus, they're huge anyway, so we don't need super high quality images for the YouTube upload. Just hit the old JPEG button and then download and put it someplace, and then you just upload it onto your YouTube channel. Right, so you just go into your video that you've uploaded. Right, so if we just look at one of my recent ones here, down at the bottom when you've uploaded, when you've got your video uploaded, there'll just be a thing for thumbnails, and it'll say custom thumbnail, and you just click on that. And then you just go to your computer, grab the thumbnail you just created on Canva, and click upload. And I would, just for the sake of helping your videos rank better and stuff, it's good to name your download image file, the custom thumbnail, with your keyword, right? So I just do that, So keep that in mind. And that is that, guys. That's how I do it. Now, part 2, I'm going to show you the other software that I've been using to make thumbnails. And there's a couple of nice things about it, which I think you should definitely check out because it makes it worthwhile. So excellent stuff. Hey, thanks a lot for joining me, and we'll see you in part 2. All right.